Bernard Arnault. A name that echoes through the world of luxury. But behind the glamour, behind the billions, behind the brands, there is a story of hard time, struggle, failure, and triumph. A story that teaches us about vision, resilience, and belief. Let us dive into that story. Let us find motivation in the man who built LVMH. Let us learn what his journey whispers to those who dare to dream. Because Bernard Arnault was not born into luxury. He was not handed palaces filled with diamonds. He was born in France into a middle-class family. His father owned a small construction business. It was honest work, but it was not glamorous. And yet young Bernard carried something inside him. An imagination that could see beyond concrete and steel. He studied engineering. He learned discipline. He learned precision. But his heart was not in building factories. His heart was in building empires. His heart was in creating something timeless. And then came the first struggle when he took over his father's business. France was going through economic turbulence. Times were tough. Factories were closing. Jobs were being lost. It was not easy to survive. Bernard had to make a bold choice. He sold off parts of the business. He focused on what mattered most. He kept going, even when critics said he was reckless. Even when people doubted him, he stayed true to his vision. And then came failure. When he first entered the luxury industry, many said he had no chance. He was an outsider. He did not come from the fashion world. He did not belong to the elite circles of Paris. People laughed at him. People whispered, he will never make it. But Bernard Arnault refused to quit. He looked at opportunities others ignored. He saw Christian Dior when others saw a dying company. He saw potential where others saw failure. And with courage he made his move. He took over Dior. He revived it. He breathed new life into the brand. And suddenly the world noticed. But success did not come overnight. The road was filled with obstacles. Competitors fought against him. The press questioned him. Banks doubted him. He faced resistance every step of the way. And yet Bernard Arnault kept moving. Step by step, decision by decision, acquisition by acquisition. He built an empire piece by piece. From Dior to Louis Vuitton. From Moet to Hennessy. From Givenchy to Fendi, from Bulgari to Sephora. He turned LVMH into a kingdom of luxury, a collection of dreams under one banner. But the struggle never ended. Even when he was rich, even when he was powerful, he faced constant criticism. They called him ruthless. They called him cold. They called him impossible. But greatness often looks like arrogance to small minds. What they called ruthless, he called discipline. What they called cold, he called focus. What they called impossible, he called necessary. And that is the lesson. To succeed at the highest level, you cannot please everyone. You cannot wait for approval. You cannot let doubt write your destiny. You must be willing to stand alone. You must be willing to carry the weight of your vision. Bernard Arnault's life teaches us that luxury is not about clothes. It is not about handbags. It is not about champagne. Luxury is about excellence. Luxury is about refusing mediocrity. Luxury is about creating something that lasts. His struggle tells us hard times are not the end. They are the beginning. His failures tell us failure is not final. It is fuel for reinvention. His success tells us we rise when we see what others cannot. We win when we dare to believe in the invisible. Think about it. The boy from a construction family, the man who once faced rejection, now
global symbol of vision, discipline, and execution. And you, what can you learn from him? Learn that your background does not define your future. Learn that rejection is just redirection. Learn that critics are proof you are doing something great. Learn that struggle is the training ground of champions. Learn that failure is a classroom, not a graveyard. Bernard Arnault shows us success is not built on comfort. Success is built on courage. Success is built on seeing the invisible and making it visible. So when life gets hard, remember his story. When people doubt you, remember his vision. When you face failure, remember his resilience. When success seems far away, remember his empire. Because inside every person listening right now, there is a Bernard Arnault waiting to rise. A visionary waiting to be born. A dream waiting to become reality. Do not be afraid of struggle. Do not be afraid of failure. Do not be afraid of being different. Do not be afraid of standing alone. Because the ones who dare, the ones who endure, the ones who stay true to their vision, they are the ones who change the world. And that is the legacy of Bernard Arnault. Not just the luxury, not just the empire, not just the billions,